All right, y'all. We're going to get started here in just a couple of minutes. We are a little audience challenged here today. I'm not really sure. Hopefully, people are going to just kind of scraggle in late. They're looking for a parking spot or something. I'm not sure, but we're going to go live in a minute. And when we do that, when I introduce our guests here today, I want y'all to clap and hoot and holler it up really big and loud for them as much as you can. We'll fool them on the radio. Thank y'all for being here. Sit back, enjoy the show, and have a great time.
And welcome to the WDVX Blue Plate Special, live Americana and grassroots music, Monday through Saturday at noon in downtown Knoxville, presented by Barley's on Jackson Avenue in the Old City. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria, home of the Big Plate, Fridays at noon. Additional support comes from the Senior Financial Group, your Medicare partner. Information and assistance at sfgmedicare.com. Visit Knoxville on the corner of Gay Street, Summit Hill Drive, downtown. The Knoxville Visitor Center, the site of the live WDVX Blue Plate Special, Monday through Thursday and on Saturday at noon. You can watch today's performance on our Facebook Live. Right now, it's time. Please make welcome your host for the WDVX Blue Plate Special, Red Hickey.
Hey, y'all. Welcome to the Blue Plate Special. We're here in beautiful downtown Knoxville, Tennessee, inside Visit Knoxville. And you can feel free to come join us. If you can't be here with us today, know that you can slide on over to the WDVX Facebook page or our YouTube channel where you can watch it streaming live here today. We have two acts here for you today on the show. Olivia Lloyd returns today to the Blue Plate Special and will be up the second half of the show. To get things started, she's currently based out of Nashville, Tennessee. Y'all give a great big welcome to Debra Griner to the Blue Plate Special.
And I've camped beneath the junipers near the canyon's northern rim, nearly froze in the cold and snow. But what I wouldn't do to feel the sweet surprise, the unexpected wonder when I look into your eyes. But my heart cries, wait a little longer. Stop and enjoy the view. But what I wouldn't do, what I wouldn't do, I'd kiss you every morning, I'd write you silly poems, I'd be the arms that let you know you're home, and I'd know you're mine forever when I look into your eyes. My heart cries, wait a little longer. Stop and enjoy the view. But what I wouldn't do, what I wouldn't do. I've climbed the Adirondacks, stepped backwards from the ledge, repelled to 1,000 feet below. In that winter 'neath the junipers, I barely made it through. But what I wouldn't do, what I wouldn't do, what I wouldn't do. Thank you so much. It's great to be here in Knoxville. A lot of these songs from my new record, A Place to Start, were written during the pandemic. I had just come to Nashville from New York City, and when the pandemic hit, I had to turn around and go back. I had been here for about 4 months. I was supposed to stay for 6. And I did the unthinkable. I ended up driving back to New York City at that time. And when I got there, I spent a lot of time alone in my apartment. And one of the things that really anchored me was watching Governor Cuomo's briefings every day at 11 a.m. And one day I had missed one of the briefings, and so I YouTubed it. And before they played the briefing, they started playing this music. And I thought, wow, that's really kind of pretty music. And before you know it, I just like flopped myself down on the couch, and I was like, oh yes, play me some beautiful music, please. And then I thought better of it as I was dancing around my apartment singing that, and I sat down. Play me some beautiful music, I need to smile. Play me some beautiful music so I can rest for a while. Come and listen, can you feel it? Quiet the mind and fill the spirit. Play me some beautiful music, please. Sway me with beautiful music, I need to move. I know we sure could use it, simple and true. Come and stand with me and sway. We might change direction, find a better way. Sway me with beautiful music, please. Sing me some beautiful music, I have no words. But if you sing me some beautiful music, you might inspire a verse. Come and write the one where we comfort the crying and no one ever gets tired of trying. Sing me that beautiful music, please. Babe, I need you near me, out here in the yard. I'll put down a blanket if you'll pick up your guitar. And underneath the stars, play me some beautiful music, I need to smile. Play me some beautiful music so I can rest for a while. Come and listen, can you feel it? Quiet the mind and fill the spirit. Play me some beautiful music, I need some beautiful music. Play me some beautiful music now.
This is Debra Griner with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. So, you already started this story a little bit about that you were living in New York City. Have you always lived in New York City?
For the last 100 years, or so
Okay.
it feels like. Most of my adult life.
Okay, so you moved to Nashville, then the pandemic hit, you moved back. Why did you return to Nashville?
Well, the great thing was I had really made some wonderful connections in Nashville. I had established a songwriting coach, And so we started working via Zoom, and he helped me produce my record. And then when the pandemic started to lighten up a little bit and people started moving again, I came down and recorded A Place to Start. And his name is Steve Leslie, and he co-produced it with me.
So I'm just, I would imagine there's a pretty vibrant songwriting community in New York City.
I'm sure there is, but I was busy teaching kindergarten kids for 25 years. So I didn't have a whole lot of time to explore it. I explored it a little bit, but I didn't have a whole lot of time to explore it.
Okay, so when did you actually start writing music?
I started writing music a long time ago. I always say when I was about 10, my father showed me 3 chords, and I've been playing the same ones ever since.
All right, so the project that you were talking about there, that's A Place to Start.
Mm-hmm.
It is available here in the house at the merch table over there, and I'm sure out there on all of those streaming platforms, as well as DebraGriner.com. So looking at her schedule, July 9th, she'll be doing an In the Round there in Nashville, and you can find the complete tour schedule and more information by visiting the website there, DebraGriner.com. Yeah, I'm backing out of the way. Okay. And we're going to get more music from Debra Griner on the WDVX Blue Plate Special.
I wrote this song right before the election of 2020. To call you back in April, then thought I'd wait till May. Before I knew it was November, still not sure what to say. I always thought I could confide in you. Never dreamt I'd try to hide from you, my childhood friend. Will we ever see the world the same again? Like when we were little girls, spinning cartwheels in the sun, dressed in summer days of youth. Got your message on my birthday, watching windows fill with snow. I heard the ping and saw your picture with words in birthday hearts below. We used to always say so much. Now there are words we'd never touch, my childhood friend. Will we ever see the world the same again? Like when we were little girls, spinning cartwheels in the sun, dressed in summer days of youth. My childhood friend. I always thought the sky was blue. No one ever said, no, that's not true. Let me close my eyes and listen. Maybe that's the place to start. I can't hear you through the anger. I might do better with my heart. My childhood friend, how can we ever see the world the same again? When everything we thought we knew's been twisted round, turned upside down. childhood friend, my childhood friend, my childhood friend. So during the pandemic, I was taking an online John Vesner songwriting class. And I met all these wonderful people at the Swannanoa Gathering outside Asheville, North Carolina. And in that class was Bob Sutton from right here in Knoxville, Tennessee. And he brought this song in. We had just lost John Prine. We were losing so many people. We had just lost John. And Bob brought this song to the table, and this unfinished song, and we ended up writing it together. And it's for John Prine. Dark outside and I was half asleep when the newsman said we lost him. I broke down and sobbed like a child when I heard the COVID got him. As my bowl of oatmeal stared me down, I was red-eyed and 20 again, with that one-man band, a glass in my hand, laughing with my friends. And I meant to write that letter, but I never took the time to thank him for the music, the laughter, weed, and wine. The clock and spoon and empty room remind me of his lines. That one 'bout the breeze and her pants to her knees gets me every time. Let me go back to Muhlenberg County. I'll sit by the river and smile and forget the stench of death's cold breath, at least for a little while. And I meant to write that letter, but I never took the time to thank him for the music, the laughter, weed, and wine. His songs were like cool plum jelly on warm brown buttered toast. He sang for the sad, the good and the bad, the old, the young, and the lost. That windy city Buddha, that lovable, friendly cuss, in this big old goofy world, he felt like one of us. And I meant to write that letter, but I never took the time to thank him for the music, the laughter, weed, and wine. You know it's hard to let you go. It's gonna take some time, but thank you for the music, the laughter, weed, and wine. It's plastic wrap for your broccoli and your beans, berries, nuts, and veggie burgers, even for your greens. It's a plastic spoon in the street cafe. Knife, fork, plate, cup, throw it all the way. It's a plastic box for your cookies and your cakes, the muffins and the donuts every supermarket bakes. But it's the plastic bag, the plastic bag, the plastic bag that we're waving like a flag, a real Ziploc drag. And the bottles 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 of the water that we drink, drink, drink. Everybody's throwing. We all know where it's going. Will it float or will it sink? Either way, we got to think about plastic. problem and it's plastic, that the change we need is drastic, and we need to start today. We say all those plates and spoons and cups are just too much to clean up, and we're all bound to pay. Still, when I finish breakfast in the street cafe, I gather up my stuff and throw it all away. Oh, why don't we go back to washing dishes? Save us and the fishes from all those forks and knives. We could all shine as we're scrubbing up the bubbles, wash away our troubles and lead a cleaner life. We know the way those plastic bags are made. They can't biodegrade. They're killing sea life, clogging drains. We know the bags are building up on shores, that they'll soon be at our doors if we don't make a change. Still, when I buy my groceries in my superstore, I carry plastic bags while walking out the door. Oh, why don't we go back to washing dishes? Save us and the fishes from all those forks and knives. We could all shine as we're scrubbing up the bubbles, wash away our troubles and lead a cleaner life. We could wash away our troubles and lead a cleaner life. My dad was an only child from New Jersey, and my mom was one of 8 from Louisiana, and they met when my dad was stationed in the service. So after they got married and had us 4 kids, every 2 years or so, we would pack up the big old blue family station wagon. Mom would make us some sandwiches, and our feet would be dangling off the tailgate somewhere outside Knoxville, Tennessee. And when we would get there at my Aunt Ruby and Uncle Mac's house, they would have a great big jam session. And my Uncle Mac would play guitar and sing. Uncle Johnny would play guitar and sing. Uncle Melvin would play the bass. Cousin Eugene would sometimes play the drums. But most importantly, I would get to sing Paper Roses on the microphone. This is a song that helps me remember that really fun time in my life. Way down in Louisiana, in the land of Zydeco, there's a big old house on a little dirt road where everybody likes to go, where Mama's making biscuits and Pampa's shucking corn. Way down south by the Mississippi mouth, where the cornbread's hot, the peas in the pot, and the trucks pulling in with everybody's kin. Down at Ruby and Mac's, yeah, down at Ruby and Mac's. Now here comes Uncle Melvin, breaking his bass out soon. So Johnny and Mac will slip out the back and get them guitars in tune. Then it's Miller time in the moonlight. Johnny grabs that microphone, and from between the stars, through the pickling jars, the canned collard greens and the big butter beans, comes the sweetest sound for miles around. Down at Ruby and Mac's, yeah, down at Ruby and Mac's. Aunt Ruby and Uncle Mac, they are home to me. When I ride that road to heaven, I know where I'll be. Now the crickets there are chirping through the holes in the old screen door. Hear a holler and a hoot and a stomping of the boots across Ruby's kitchen floor. And then she quits her dishes for a dance with Uncle Jack. Watch her wiggle and a shake like a little corn snake. Hands in the air, suds everywhere. See the brothers and the cousins and the babies by the dozens. Down at Ruby and Mac's, way down south by the Mississippi mouth, where the cornbread's hot, the peas in the pot, and the trucks pulling in with everybody's kin. Between the stars, through the pickling jars, the Canned collard greens and the big butter beans comes the sweetest sound for miles around. Watch her wiggle and a shake like a little corn snake. Hands in the air, suds everywhere. See the brothers and the cousins and the babies by the dozens down at Ruby and Max. Yeah, down at Ruby and Max. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you kindly.
Yo, that was Debra Griner. Now, you can find more information by visiting her website there, debragriner.com. Again, July 9th, she'll be doing an In the Round there in Nashville, and you can find the complete schedule on the website, as well as a place to start, which is also available out there on all those streaming platforms. Feel free to stop by the merch table after the show and certainly shake and howdy with her and thank her for being here with us today on the Blue Plate Special. Well, support for the WDVX Blue Plate Special comes from listeners just like yourselves from Barley's down in Knoxville's Old City. It's where we have the big plate on Friday. This Friday, Brendan James Wright in the Wrongs will be with us. You can visit our website at WDVX.com to find the complete calendar for the WDVX Blue Plate Special. Also, support comes from Visit Knoxville and the Senior Financial Group, your neighborhood financial, let me get this right, your neighborhood Medicare partner. Now, for more than 30 years, Senior Financial Group has been on a mission to make Medicare more affordable. For information and assistance, ffgmedicare.com and 865-777-0153. And Grace Pettis is going to be here with us tomorrow on the Blue Plate Special. Just a little mention of that as well. It's been a minute since Grace has been here. So as we roll along with today's show, Olivia, are you still in West Virginia?
I split my time between West Virginia and New York City because I am a woman of contradictions.
Okay. So, okay, we'll just say half and half there. Anyway.
That's perfect. That's what I usually say.
You all give a great big welcome to Olivia Ellen Lloyd to the Blue Plate Special.
Emily, I turned mountains into valleys, fed with bring it home. And I'd sell all of my possessions just to know you weren't alone. But I can't go. Where are you going? We were both born in the summertime, 1991. In the same old Appalachian town, known for nothing and no one. And our mamas knew each other way back when, though I wouldn't say they were friends. So how could they ever really know that Emily? I turned mountains into valleys, fed would bring it home. And I'd sell all of my possessions just to know you weren't alone. But I can't go. Where are you going? See, it wasn't always roses. Sometimes love can feel like hate. But I take each slight 1,000 times for a second away from all that pain. And that angry year, it slowly passed them sullen stares between our classes. I don't know if you ever really cared. waist deep in the water with the sun reflecting in those blue eyes. And I can't say every way we changed since the day you went away. I just know it'll never be the same. Oh, Emily, I turned mountains into valleys if it would bring it home. And I'd sell all of my possessions just to know you weren't alone. But I can't go. Emily, well, I turned mountains into valleys to bring you home. And I'd sell all of my possessions just to know you weren't alone. But I can't go where you gone.
Thank you so much. Oh, I love Knoxville. I'm so happy to be here. That first song is a song from my friend Emily, who journeyed with me for many years in my life, but unfortunately did not make it to adulthood with us. But I loved her very much, and I was very lucky to get to be her friend. And so that's something of a love song to her. I've had some really great luck with friends, not so much with romantic partnerships. This next song is a newer tune. That first song's off my first record, Loose Cannon. And someone came up to me once. I play a lot of bar gigs in New York City, and sometimes I'll slip an original in. And someone came up to me once and said, after the song, I said, "Oh, no, it sounds like you're kind of a man-hater." And I said, I think it depends on the man.
Gave it up without much of a fight. I wish that we could say we tried our best. is tired, keeping the lights on, and she's putting out your fires. And if that is all you wanted, now, well, if anyone would do, looks like you found someone as desperate as you.
Thank you.
This is Olivia Ellen Lloyd with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. So, what part of West Virginia did you grow up in?
I grew up on the Eastern Panhandle, so right on where the Potomac and the Shenandoah rivers meet in a town called Shepherdstown.
So there's a lot of music come out of that
I am
region.
so proud of what is happening with West Virginia artists right now. It is incredible with Charles Godwin and Sierra Farrell. I'm just over the moon that my state's getting the representation it deserves and from such incredibly talented people.
Well, it's not just currently as well.
Yeah.
You have quite a history there, and I think I read you had even put out a project of your own of Hazel Dickens music,
Yep.
which
I'm Hazel Dickens super fan here, and Andrea actually sang on my version of West Virginia, My Home, and played some of that banjo, which is streaming all over the place right now, so you can listen to that later if you'd like.
All right. Well, so now Loose Cannon's the current project.
Yep, just came out a couple of years ago, and I independently released it, and recently it passed 1 million streams on Apple Music, and we're at a couple 100,000 on Spotify. I don't know, I couldn't get Daniel Eck to like it as much as the Apple Music people.
Well, there is merch available here today
So
as
much merch.
well, and feel free to stop by and shake and howdy with them after the show, and certainly thank them for being here with us. You want to introduce the band to us?
I would love to. To my right, from West Virginia's largest city, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, we have Dave Shepard. Dave has been on just about every tour I've done. It's always such a pleasure to get to play with him. And to my left, my neighbor in music and also in life. We live right around the corner from each other, Andrea Asprelli on everything else.
Well, again, you can find more information at Olivia Lloyd, 2 L's there, music.com. Tonight, they're headed to Nashville to the Basement. On Wednesday, they'll be in Harrisburg, Virginia. Thursday in Baltimore, Maryland. And Friday in Kings County, New York. Again, OliviaLloydMusic.com for the complete tour schedule. I'm out of the way, y'all. We're going to get more music right here from Olivia Ellen Lloyd on the WDVX Blue Plate Special.
Y'all, this was supposed to be the Don't Ask Me About the Tour, or the record tour, because I was supposed to have a record out. It's not quite ready yet, but we're playing some songs off that new record. This is a new one called You. Oh, and I'm muted. Let's try that again.
I can't remember how the trouble got started. I don't think there's anything that I could say. I saw you walking right across the park, and I did about me. On darker days, I think that maybe you were right. But aren't I only just a flawed and fragile person, clawing in the dark to find that sliver of light? You're gonna stay on my mind now. I'll be hurting for a long time. I'm gonna be hurting for a long time. I'll be hurting for a long time.
Thank you so much. We're going to do a couple more for you. After my first record came out, I got this really sweet email from a fan, a new fan, who said that he loved my music and he hoped that things went a little better for me. He said, "You write such beautiful, sad songs." So in the spirit of that, I went to write something a little happier, and it ended up with a pretty maudlin love song, but it is still a love song. So we're going to play that for you now. It's called Beautiful Mess. You know, I'm just short about $10,000 that I dropped upon the ground, so I'd really like to put this music out. So I left my rich daddy at home, but if anyone sees one wandering around who wants to give me some money, we're really close to being done, to be honest, and I can't wait to share these new songs with you. This one's called Beautiful Mess.
It ain't love that I'm afraid of, it's the desire. It'll run right through your conscience like a raging prairie fire. When I saw you at the bar with your eyes boring into me, I knew I was a goner, I knew where I had to be. Never wanted anyone like I want you. Just because I never tell you doesn't mean that it ain't true. Never wanted anything like I want this. Honey, what do we do with this beautiful man? And I'm not worried about sex, baby, it's sleeping next to you. 'Cause I cannot control the way my sleeping body moves. Ever since I was a young girl, I had all these bad dreams. I shiver and I shake, but don't you worry about me. Never wanted anyone like I want you. Just because I never tell you, it don't mean that it ain't true. Never wanted anything like I want this. Honey, what do we do with this beautiful man? And I'm not afraid of dying, no, it's growing old. Forgetting who I am, or regretting this path I chose. So if it's all the same to you, how about we take it day by day? We can always draw a map if we begin to lose our way. Never wanted anyone like I want you. Just because I never tell you doesn't mean that it ain't true. Never wanted anything like I want this. Honey, what do we do with this beautiful man?
This next song is another new one, and it references a Thomas Coleridge poem, which was then referenced in a book called All My Puny Sorrows. And I spent years loving that line. What a gorgeous line. And I just thought, if I could only write a line as good as that. And then I realized that I could just steal it, and so I did. Thanks, old Tommy C, for that one. If you all know anyone in Nashville you can send to the show tonight, I'd be so grateful. I am currently weaning myself off of bar gigs. I don't play in bars anymore. I just play my own music. And sometimes I get a little nervous with a hard ticket sale, you know. So anyone you know you can send our direction. I'd be so grateful. And I'll owe you some sort of a cosmic favor. My birthday is at the end of this week, and I'll be turning 33, which is the year that Jesus died, but incidentally also the year that he became very famous. So I'm really cashing in on some good karma. I hope I would like to think he had a good sense of humor. Thank you for that one.
Sometimes I fantasize that I lie down and die with my old car. But oh, I'm only passing through. And oh, I thought I might stay with you for tonight. We can lie while I'm lying, and we'll both say that it's fine. But I'll keep waking up, baby. Yeah, I'm still logging miles. Someday the sun is still shining, although it's been a while. on my mind. No, I'm only passing through. No, I thought I might stay with you, make like old times, where I turn down all the lights and you square your back to mine, and I lie while I am lying, and we both say that it's fine. I know you're bored of me, baby, and all my puny sorrows. You'll say I overreacted when I see you tomorrow.
It's Olivia and Lloyd with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. They're going to play one last tune for us here today, but how about one more round of applause for Debra Griner, the first half of the show here today. And y'all can feel free to stop by the merch table if you like, but certainly shake and howdy with our performers and thank them for being here and making music for us here today on the Blue Plate Special. Again, Grace Pettis will be here with us tomorrow. Maria Keck and Jim Myers will be here on Wednesday. Jamie Adamson and Shake It Like a Caveman on Thursday. Brendan James Right and the Wrongs will be with us Friday for the Big Plate. And Bill Moore and Rounders Station will round out the week. You can find all that information on our website there at WDVX.com. Again, Olivia is headed to Nashville, to the basement. And then Wednesday, Harrisonburg, Virginia, Baltimore, Maryland, and on to New York City. Olivia Lloyd Music.com for the complete calendar. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you so much, Red. Always a pleasure to get to be on the Blue Plate. This last song is the song that sort of changed my life. I started writing it a really long time ago when I had dropped out of flight attendant school, and a lot of things had gone really south in my life. Friends had died and not made it to adulthood. My father was very ill and dying, and writing music and performing music takes an enormous amount of bravery, and I just didn't feel particularly brave. So I sat on my hands for a few years, and this song was waiting for me when I was ready to come back on stage, and it's the reason I have a vinyl run. I came in a runner-up at the New Song competition in Asheville, North Carolina. I got free vinyl. I've been touring all summer thanks to this song because I won the Kerrville New Folk Festival in 2023 with it. And so I'm just so grateful to the extremely scared, sad person that wrote this song, which does have just little cracks of light in and a little bit of hope, just like the little hope I have that whatever that fire truck is going to is okay, and that's all that we've got for those today. This song's called Loose Cannon, and I hope you like it.
I don't stay out late much anymore. Most nights I'm in by 9 or 10. And I don't rant and rave after a drink. You could say that I am saner than I've been. Used to cry at the drop of a hat. I used to feel every single thing. Oh, I would crawl on my knees through broken glass, trying to feel a different kind of pain. But I don't dream quite as hard anymore. Oh, the world don't feel as big as before. You're such a loose cannon. You're such a loose cannon, flying high. I always wondered where you'd land. Traveled around for a couple years, but the road, it was never a good fit. Every town it I swear I am that same old girl. I just don't dream quite as hard anymore. Oh, the world don't feel as big as before. You were such a loose cannon. You were such a loose cannon flying high. I always wondered where you'd land. I weren't born with no hollow bones, so you know that I was never one for flying, I suppose. I was falling till I crash landed hard. Tried to pull myself together, but in the end I fell apart. And now I don't dream quite as hard anymore. Oh, the world don't feel as big as before. You were such a loose cannon. You were such a loose cannon. You're flying high. I always wondered where you'd land. You were such a loose cannon. You were such a loose cannon.
Thank you so much.
That's Olivia, Ellen, Lloyd. Thank y'all. Join us again next time for more real live music on the Blue Plate Special.